we know that the traditional way of using GPU was to buy a high-end workstation, and either it already had GPU in it or you install it separately after. So what do you say are the main technical differences when we compare a GPU workstation to a cloud GPU desktop? So what do you say are the pros and cons in these different ways of using and accessing GPU?
So first of all, there are multiple differences, but I will keep focus on the main ones. So first of all is the cost, because if you buy it once and you're running it as you go. But there are multiple factors here that involve in the maintenance. So the maintenance is getting harder and harder as the hardware or your physical GPU server is running. It has to have the end of life schedule, and that's a cost that it's always growing. Regarding the virtualized GPU, you pay as you go. That's one of the things. For scalability also, if you want to upgrade your dedicated server and on-premise GPU, you need to add more hardware, remove hardware. So versus our product where you can just simply scale up and down per project, how can I say, per usage. Also, setup times in D2 Cloud, you can get a GPU within 15 minutes and start testing, create a POC. Regarding to scope, buy an on-premise server where you have to include the pricing, the cost, uh, to get the hardware delivered and set it up. Another thing is the mobility and security. On-premise GPU, of course, that GPU it's running in the office. Now there's a mitigation where you can set up a site-to-site VPN, but also that touches the security point, where in V2 Cloud you have multiple authentications, SSO logins, so everything is set. And one of the key things that needs to be think when you proceed with this type of project, moving from on-premise to virtualized, is the performance. So when performance is low, there's local latency, but one of the key factors that you need to calculate is your internet dependent latency that you have. So you must be how can I say, high bandwidth connections with all devices. And one of the biggest thing is reliability, because if you have an on-premise GPU server node or server, it doesn't have to be a node, you'll have to have a failover. So that means a redundant and secondary. Here, in our case, we take care of the redundancy. If there's any hardware issues on the server node, we simply just inform the client, we schedule a maintenance, and we move to the client within 30 minutes or hour to a new server node. So the how can I say? So the mitigation is pretty fast.